The first question is, a bag contains 2 yellow, 3 green and 2 blue balls. 2 balls are drawn at random. What is the probability that none of the balls drawn is blue? So here listen, we have to find out the total number of balls first. So here what is the total number of balls? The total number of balls is equal to, here this 2 plus 3 plus 2 will be equal to what? 2 plus 3 will be equal to 5. 5 plus 2 will be equal to 7. So this is what the total number of balls. So by using this, we have to find out the total number of ways for choosing 2 balls, because 2 balls are drawn at random. So therefore, the total number of ways of drawing 2 balls out of these 7 will be equal to, so this will be equal to what? Out of 7 we have to choose 2 balls. So this is nothing but 7C2. So this is what the total number of ways of drawing 2 balls out of these 7 balls. And now listen, we have to find the probability that none of the balls drawn is blue. This means the drawn balls can be either yellow or green, isn't it? So this is what the required event. So now we have to find out the number of ways of drawing 2 balls out of these 5, because it should not be the blue ball. So therefore we have to exclude these 2. So therefore the number of ways of drawing 2 balls out of 5 will be equal to, here listen, this 5 is nothing but except blue. That is, except blue we have totally 5 balls. That is why we are finding the number of ways of drawing 2 balls out of 5. This will be equal to what? This will be equal to 5C2. So this is what the number of favorable outcomes, and this is what the total number of outcomes. Hence the probability will be equal to what? Hence the probability will be equal to the number of favorable outcomes 5C2 divided by the total number of outcomes 7C2. So this is what the required probability. We already know the formula for finding NCR. What is the formula? It is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So here n factorial is 5 factorial. This divided by 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 factorial into this 2 factorial. And this divided by, here n is equal to 7. So 7 factorial divided by 7 minus 2 is 5. So 5 factorial into this 2 factorial. Now this will be equal to what? Here listen, this 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 into 3 factorial, and this divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1, which is 2. And this divided by, again this 7 factorial can be written as 7 into 6 into 5 factorial divided by this 5 factorial into, again this 2 factorial will be equal to 2. Now if we divide this 3 factorial by 3 factorial, then we will get 1. And now if we divide this 4 by 2, then we will get 2. Now 5 into 2 will be equal to what? 10. And similarly, if we divide this 5 factorial by 5 factorial, we will get 1. And if we divide 6 by 2, then we will get 3. So 7 into 3 will be equal to what? 21. Hence the required probability is equal to what? 10 by 21. Hence out of these 4 options, option B 10 by 21 is the correct answer. So it is enough to remember the probability formula, that is the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes. Just by using that formula only, we have to find out the probability. Now the second question is, a die is rolled twice. What is the probability of getting a sum equal to 9? So we already know the sample space for this. Here a die is rolled twice. So what will be the sample space? It will be 1, 1, 1, 2, etc. up to 1, 6, and again 2, 1, 2, 2, etc. up to 2, 6. Similarly, we have totally 36 items in this sample space. So here n of s will be equal to what? N of s will be equal to 36. Now we have to find out the probability of getting a sum equal to 9. So here we are going to find out the number of elements of the event E. That is, if we take the event as E, then E consists of the terms 3, 6, 6, 3, 5, 4 and 4, 5. Because here only we have the sum of the two values as 9, because 3 plus 6 will be equal to what? 9, and 6 plus 3 will be equal to 9, and similarly 5 plus 4 is 9 and 4 plus 5 is 9. So hence we get the required, that is the favorable outcomes, because we need to find out the probability of getting a sum equal to 9. So we have to choose the required elements from this sample space such that their sum is equal to 9. Now here n of E will be equal to what? Here we have totally 4 elements, so hence n of E equal to 4. So therefore the probability of E will be equal to what? It will be equal to n of E divided by n of S. So hence n of E is 4 and n of S is 36. Hence the probability of E will be equal to 4 by 36. Now we know that these two terms have the common factor 4. So 1 into 4, 4, 9 into 4 will be equal to 36. Hence the required answer is 1 by 9. So out of these 4 options, option D 1 by 9 is the correct answer. Now the third question is 3 coins are tossed. What is the probability of getting at most 2 tails? Here listen, first we should know what is n of s. Here we know that the n of s is nothing but 2 to the power 3 because 3 coins are tossed, so therefore we will get 2 to the power 3, which is 8. And now what we have to do, we have to find the probability of getting at most 2 tails. So to find this, what we are going to do is, we are going to write down the elements of the sample space. So here, what are the elements of this sample space? Yes, here the elements of sample space are H, 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 T, H, that is head, tail, H, and then we have tail, head, head, and then we have T, T, H, and after that we have H, H, T, and H, T, T, and T, H, T, and T, T, T. These are the elements of S. Here listen, at most 2 means what? At most 2 means 2 and less than 2. So this means what? This means we can choose the elements which consists of 2 tails or 1 tail or 0 tails. So now here listen, except this we have, so here at most 2 tails means we have to include all the 7 elements except this T, 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 because at most 2 means we should not have 3. So hence except this one element we have totally 7 elements as the required element. So hence n of e will be equal to what? 7. So at most 2 means we have 2 tails in these 3 elements, and also we have only 1 tail in these 3 elements, and we have 0 tails in this element. So all these 7 are the favorable events. So hence n of e will be equal to what? 7. Hence the probability will be equal to the number of favorable events 7 divided by the total number of events 8. Hence the required probability is 7 by 8. Hence out of these 4 options, option A 7 by 8 is the correct answer. Now we are going to see the fourth question. The fourth question is, when tossing 2 coins once, what is the probability of heads on both the coins? Here listen, 2 coins are tossed once. So therefore what will be the sample space? The sample space will be HH, HT, TH and TT. So this is what the sample space. So hence n of s will be equal to what? 4. And now listen, we have to find the probability of heads on both coins. So here heads on both coins is possible only when this event occurs. That is HH is the only possibility. So therefore if we take the name of the event as E, then we will get only this element in that set. So hence n of E is equal to what? Only 1. Hence the probability of getting this event will be equal to what? This n of E divided by n of s. So n of E is 1 and n of s is 4. Hence the required answer is 1 by 4. That is out of these 4 options, option A 1 by 4 is the correct answer. Now the fifth question is, what is the probability of getting a number less than 4 when a die is rolled? Here listen, only one die is rolled. So what is the sample space? It is nothing but this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is what the sample space is. So n of s will be equal to what? It will be equal to 6. Now listen, we have to find the probability of getting a number less than 4. So less than 4 we have 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. So hence n of e will be equal to what? It will be equal to 3, because we have totally 3 elements which are less than 4. Hence n of e will be equal to 3. So p of e will be equal to n of e by n of s, that is 3 by 6. If we cancel these two values by using the common factor 3, then what will we get? Here 1 into 3, 3, 2 into 3, 6. Hence the answer here is 1 by 2. That is out of these 4 options, option A 1 by 2 is the correct answer.